Hello, hello, hello. I know I'm a little behind. I was doing something with the animals as usual. So good morning, everyone. As the thumbnail says, I am here to talk about how to have and live a peaceful life as an agnostic and overcome the ridicule and bias actions of others. So I'm not going to waste time with a long intro. We're just going to jump into it. So for me, if you watched my video yesterday that I did, you would know that it took me a while to come to the decision about being agnostic. But when I finally did, it was probably like one of the best things I could have done. How I deal with it on a daily basis is pretty much I stand in my truth. My personal family and friends, like they know no one really bothers me. Those who I associate with, but the biggest part comes when I'm out in the community. That's usually when, I find myself having to explain myself more when people ask me, like, oh girl, you going to church tomorrow? Or what's your family doing for X, Y, and Z? And I'm like, well, I really don't do that on celebrate holidays because I'm agnostic. It's like, well, it's about the kids and all this other stuff. Hey, to whoever just joined in, I get it. It is about the kids, but for me, no, it's not like that for me. I don't want to give anyone the wrong idea when it comes to my personal beliefs. So I kind of just keep that in the background. Give me a second. I'm trying to fix it so I can see the comments. So yeah, when it comes to people speaking with people who have strong religious beliefs, I tell them what it is, that I do not subscribe to any religion. I do not have a deity that I serve. I tell them how I feel about the Most High. As I say God, I'll say the Most High, say higher power. It's all the same for me. I'm not into anything demonic. I don't believe in demons or anything like that. And I kind of just let them deal with the best way they can. If they disagree, then they disagree. And if they feel like that's going to put a barrier within our relationship, so be it. I'm not in control of what other people think. When it comes to my sobriety and going to the fellowship, I honestly want to say that's probably where I get the most kickback. And it's usually from women. I actually have never had any kickback from any men. My daughter's walking down the stairs. Hold up. You done? Come on. Hey, Chad. Thanks for joining. So yeah, I usually get the kickback from the men. I mean, not the men, the women, and I've had people say to me, that's not good to tell the newcomer when I comment or do my leads, like, you should tell the newcomer that. Okay, I should be here. I think I'm going to do about an hour. So I see you. Or they'll say, oh, well, you ain't been here long enough. Just give it some more time and you'll have your real spiritual experience. Or, all you got to do is pray, don't drink and go to meetings. It'll come. Just don't stop praying. Don't give up faith. And it's kind of just like, I usually just like, look, in the beginning, I used to get frustrated. I used to kind of kick back, like, oh my goodness, and just stop associating with people. But now I'm like, no, I know what's going on with me. I know what I believe and what I don't believe and how I want to navigate through this thing I call life, being an agnostic. I don't, And so a lot of them now, they kind of like don't give me too much feedback because at this point they know I'll get smart. They know I'm not like new to the point where, I'm worried about not drinking and feeling insecure about that. No, I stand in my truth. So standing in my truth is what keeps me grounded. Like, they, I'm sure we all have heard the saying, in the fellowship outside, whatever. It's a lifelong saying that they've had around for years, is to thine own self be true. And so that's kind of what I do. I'm true to myself. And I feel so much better. Everyone knows. They know where I stand. Um, my daily routine starts with, I read a book by Ryan Holiday called The Daily Stoic. It's a really good book. It's about different life teachings for the day. Um, it involves people like Seneca and different other Stoics from the Greek times. And it is a book written by people from those times. And then it's another book. It's called AA Beyond Belief Sobriety. And basically it's by this gentleman who was a non-believer but has been in the fellowship for over 35 years. So he wrote a book for people who take a secular approach to the program. And it kind of has the same concept like the AA approved literature that always spoke of God, but this literature is just taken from, it may be an excerpt from a movie, a philosopher or whatever, but it's like nice daily readings. And so I like to read that. That's how I kind of start my day. If I can squeeze it in the morning, I will sit and meditate. The longest I can usually go on a good day is 10 minutes. If not, I'll kind of just sit and do some deep breathing for about 2 to 5 minutes. And that's kind of how I start my day. In the evening, I kind of, before I go to bed, just kind of sit. Sometimes I'll listen to audiobooks. It just depends. But I always make sure I still read motivational literature. I still, try to get in touch with the earth per se. Like yesterday, I went to my family barbecue and I walked around barefoot. And everybody was like, "What's wrong with you? Your feet comfy?" And I'm like, "No, it's nice out here. The ground was nice and cool. It felt good." At first, it was hard because, of course, everybody was getting in. I mean, drinks was flowing everywhere. And for a second, I did have to step away. So I asked my best friend, I said, "Hey, can I get a cup of coffee?" I stepped away, drank the coffee, kind of calmed down because, somebody had popped a bottle of wine open and it was strong. I'm like, "Oh, this is strong." And when I did that and walked around a little bit, got some of that earthed up in me, I felt better. Normally I would leave within an hour or two, but I actually stayed for a good while yesterday. And so that's like an example of how I let the nature kind of just take over when it comes to me. Another thing I did was I actually walked to her house. I didn't drive, so that was another thing, to feel the wind blow and just see people and just be out there, just be outside. Because I'm an introvert, so I spend a lot of time at home. It was pretty good, though. I can honestly say it was a good experience. There's a lot of spiritual people there. I told you before, a lot of my family is Jehovah's Witness. They all know where I stand. I don't argue with nobody about it. My non-Jehovah's Witness people that still celebrate holidays, I tell them, listen, if I feel like coming and hanging out with you guys, I'm hanging out. I know y'all doing it for the holiday. I'm just doing it to be supportive and just to hang out because I like hanging out with the family sometimes. But they know it's not a religious belief. I'm not popping no fireworks. I'm not singing no Christmas carols. I'm not doing any of that. For my kids, they know. They're both old enough to know. My youngest is 8, so she understands what it is. She's had the opportunity, and sometimes I will do little fun things that we did as a kid, but she knows it's not geared towards a specific holiday. It's just like we're doing something fun. So a lot of times I'll do it just randomly or maybe before the holiday or after, so she can at least have fun and not feel like she's left out. Because she, at 8 years old, knows what her mom believes in. She knows where I stand, and both of my daughters know that their choice of spirituality or religion is not dependent on what I believe. That's their own personal journey, and whenever they're ready to take it, I am going to be more than extremely supportive. And if I need to help them find information or whatever, they know I'll do it. I'm not going to tell them anything different. So they actually both have their own belief, and they both still believe in God. Just come downstairs again. So,
hi.
She said hi, guys.
Can I take the speaker?
Huh? No. It's 12:46 a.m. I'm live. They can hear you walking down the stairs. I can hear the feedback in my phone. That's why I said that. It's too late anyway. I don't know why she's sitting up close. She sounds like a baby. When me hear her in the headphones, she sounds like a baby. She's not a baby. She's 17. So I always say, guys, somebody told me to stop feeling like I need to isolate myself to do my lives, and so this is my life every day. I do not ignore my kids. I do not neglect them. If they want to come and talk and get on my nerves, I let them. Zakaria, take that dog with you. So, yeah, that's that. I really don't have a lot to say about this. I did just want to piggyback. So, yeah, that's kind of how it goes for me. I stand in my truth. I tell people the truth every day. I don't hold back. I let people know my thinking. If they want an explanation, I explain it to them just like I explained it to you guys. I do my morning spiritual routine. I stay in touch with nature. If I do run into someone with some pushback, I kind of just tell them what it is and just let them say what they say, and I respectfully move on. It's not a lie. It's not rocket science. But what I do is I make sure I do what I need to do to stay grounded. Because I'm going to be honest, when I fall to the wayside or I'm not reading like I'm supposed to or meditating or even journaling, I can feel a difference. I can really feel a difference. So I hope these things are positive and motivational for you. It's not a really how to in the sense of step 1, 2, or 3 or A, B, and C. It's really just me being honest with myself. That's the most important thing about having a peaceful life as an agnostic, is being honest with yourself, not allowing anyone to second guess you, which will make you second guess yourself. I nip it in the bud. So they're like, well, you know you're going to hell. I'll be like, well, so be it. If they say, well, you know, Gehenna, God or Jehovah or Krishna or Muhammad, I'll be like, well, you know what? I'll deal with that when that time comes. All I can do is think about today, this moment, the little piece of life I do want to look ahead for. I'm not going to be sitting up fearing death. I'm not going to fear the afterlife. I'm not doing that because we don't know. Just like some people hold on to the theories and the faith of what they know and believe, I'm the same way. I'm holding on to listen. I don't know, but I don't want to fall into a faith or a belief or a trap because of what you're telling me. Because you can't tell me, oh, be Christian or Christ-like or whatever and follow the Bible, and then you running around doing so many inappropriate things, more inappropriate things than I've seen atheists do, you know. And I run into a lot of that. I don't know if it's because of where I'm from or just the circle I've been in or the people I've experienced, because I am just starting life all over again. So I don't know if it's that, but I just know where I stand now, and I stand in my truth. And that's how I live peacefully. That's how you could live peacefully. That's how anyone can live peacefully as an agnostic or a non-believer. And I would say, even for those who do believe, the same thing. Stand firm in your truth. Stand firm in what you believe. Do not be discouraged because somebody disagrees with you. Just don't. Let them do them. Because after they say something to you to make you feel bad, they go on about their business. And I'm telling you, they don't care. They don't care. They said what they had to say. They got their little ego trip or whatever they did, and they go on about their business. They're not sitting up worried about you, worried about what they said, or if they made you mad. That's not how people do when they want to insult you and tell you what they think is best for you. So yeah, just don't get too involved. And I'm telling you now, it's okay to be an agnostic or an atheist or even a believer, whatever it is. What makes you better, what makes you a better person, what keeps you sober, what keeps you clean, what makes you be a better parent, spouse, or child to someone, a friend, a cousin, aunt, uncle, whatever it is that makes you better, hold on to it and stand firm in it and just keep living. So that's all I got to say. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I am going to make sure I tag the video that I did yesterday here. And if you got any questions, post it in the comment section. You got any comments, any concerns? As usual, I always list the information for the websites to get to link to mental health, and I'm drawing a blank. So I'll list the information for the fellowships, AA, NACA, Al-Anon. I list the CDC, the Center for Disease Control, does more than just handle viruses and infections. Disease, remember. So that's a general website, and then it's another website that's general, that's national, that can help you connect to different programs and detox centers for sobriety in your local area. If you go to the websites for NACA, NA, you can type in your local area, your city or whatever, and they'll give you the information for the closest central office. You can call the central office and they may be able to connect you to some different things. They may be send someone out to assist you. And I always like to say, most importantly, remember, getting sober is not everybody's business if you don't want it to be. Getting mental health is not everybody's business if you don't want it to be. When it comes to going to a fellowship, NA, AA, CA, Overeaters, EA, you can keep your anonymity. You're not required to tell your first or last name. You're not required to tell your real name. The only requirement is that you don't drink or use. Use is usually NaCH. AA, your only requirement is a desire to stop drinking, and that's all. So remember that. And with mental health, just remember that that counselor or therapist or psychiatrist or psychologist is bound by a contract. And generally, the only time they will spill the beans is if you're talking about you're going to kill yourself, and they know that it's serious, or if you're talking about you're going to kill someone else. Outside of that, they're not supposed to tell your business. But I do recommend that you do at least have one or two people in your support if you are looking to make these changes. Not because you need someone, but it's always recommended. It's usually someone that you can trust. If it's someone you don't have anyone in your close proximity, trust me, if you go to a fellowship or a sober house or anything like that, you'll find someone to be a part of your support system. And it's always recommended that you get a sponsor. So it's so many ways to do it, but don't worry about the stigma. Do not be ashamed. Just remember, if your life is terrible and you're feeling bad, that you're saving your life. And I'm telling you, it'll probably be the best thing you've ever done. It was the best thing I ever did. I literally do so many things that I never have done before, or that I never thought I could do sober. And so that's why I'm telling you, that's why I'm here to tell you it is worth it. Reclaim your life. You can do it. And it just takes one day at a time. Sometimes one moment at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 second at a time. But you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. And so that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. I was watching the video earlier. Now, I'm so scatterbrained, but I was watching the video earlier and the guy was like, don't just tell them, oh, well, we're done here, because most people will click off. Yeah, whatever. When I say I'm done, I'm done. So, thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thanks for the new followers. I have a few new followers. I'll be so excited when I get to a point where I can share other videos, because I'm running into some excellent content creators, and I cannot wait to be in a position to put you guys out there. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to finish drinking my tea and fold my laundry. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you. I love you. And until next time, peace be with you.